Hello everyone, my name is Sella and I miss creating. I basically want to take this as an opportunity to both introduce myself a bit more, especially to those who may not know me or to people who may not have seen me in a while, and do so in a more vulnerable manner by talking about something that's been on my mind more recently. And that's the topic of working on things and creating things. I feel recently that I haven't really been making things as much anymore. And I've realized that a part of that is because I've been busy and maybe caught up in things in my life. And that is just something that happens from time to time, as would for any person out there. But I would say that looking at it, I really do get time to. I really do have the time to make things. It's just a matter of actually putting myself in that position to do so and pursue it. A little bit more background on myself. I'm currently working at a public library, and I've been working in the libraries for almost 2 years now. And I really love it. It's really amazing, and I'm so glad that I get to be a part of something so cool. And I'm really excited for the years to come just to see what else I can get to do, especially if that means getting to be in archives or maybe just continuing my work in public libraries. I'm also currently in the middle of my master's in library and information science. How this all relates to what I'm talking about now and today is before I got into this work, I really wanted to be a filmmaker, or at least a part of the filmmaking process, whatever that would have entailed. I think since high school and absolutely through college, it's been a big dream and passion of mine to make films and be a part of a team of people who also enjoys making films. But in high school, I think the way that I had initially explored and pursued it was a lot of prep and planning and dreaming and hoping. And there was a lot of excitement and, just kind of this naivety of getting into something new, right? So all of that being said, I feel like when I was in high school, it was more of a matter of there are these tools and knowledge and connections and experiences that I just have yet to find, and I know I'm gonna find that in the years to come. So in high school, I think it felt more more dreamlike, I guess. I had those rose-colored glasses on a bit more, and in college, I thankfully got to experience a lot of what I really wanted. I got to work with a lot of friends, people who weren't friends yet, and are some really great people in my life today. And I'm very, very grateful to have learned so much through those experiences, and even have gotten the chance to be a part of some amazing films and work. And I think what had happened through those years too is I, in a way, found myself a bit more stuck again. Or I think, especially by the end of my time in undergrad, it was just a matter of feeling so uncertain about what I wanted to do with filmmaking, how I wanted to especially sustain myself through it, especially because I felt like other people really knew their trade, or really did well in developing the skills they wanted to with filmmaking. And I think for me, I know there were ways I could have still developed that if I were, if that was something that was I was so determined on. I truly am so, I don't know if this is a bit delusional of me, but I truly feel if I am determined, I will be able to do something. And I know, though, that even with determination, if there's these feelings of, self-comparison or perfectionism, and then also, a hint of overthinking, or maybe a lot of overthinking, those do make that determination a bit harder to kind of shine. And so I had put my passion for filmmaking on pause, and wanted to translate that into preservation work. And I really wanted to, and still really want to, find work and opportunities to get to preserve audiovisual material, especially film, because I felt like that was it coincided well with things that feel so important and amazing to me. So I found myself wanting to work in archives and libraries, and that's where I am today. But because of such, and because I'm not constantly surrounded by other people who are making things and just finding the opportunities to get to do so as much anymore, I then have to put myself in the position to be like, I then have to put myself in position to actually take the time and effort to do said thing. And that's always been the case, but I really am kind of my own, determinator of what that looks like now. And I really want to use this as an opportunity to get to explore that a bit more, and also do it through different formats and mediums, like working with fiber, drawing, painting, scrapbooking more, maybe even working with clay. I would love to get into a studio, but I know that can be a little pricey, so maybe working with air dry clay for now, and other things, maybe DJ, or working with Blender, like 3D modeling and stuff. So I basically know a part of what would make that work is putting myself in what I see as the uncomfortable, and why that is the uncomfortable, and why I even have to do that is because of these things I'm thinking and feeling about myself. I feel like I use it as a bit of a safety net of, if I don't pursue this project, then I can avoid feeling self-conscious about it, or worried about how it may be perceived or how I may be perceived. But by putting myself out there a bit more, it is uncomfortable but also exciting. So I think it'll be a way of just kind of being more, I don't know, a bit more honest and I don't know what words I'm thinking of. But basically, I am just excited to make things again. I really miss it. I'm a big yearner, and it's a big desire of mine right now to get to create again, especially because I love learning, and I think that would fulfill the learner in me. So, yeah. I will put myself in the uncomfortable, and also get to document processes of that. And I just want to document my life a bit more too, because I guess with filmmaking, creating, preservation work, working in libraries, all of that kind of ties into this one little seed of appreciating humanity and the small, mundane, slow aspects of my life more, rather than taking things fast with urgency and not paying attention to those as much. Because I think that's another thing. When I am kind of in the mindset of creating, I do kind of take more time to think and reflect and be a bit more introspective about myself and my life and other things around me. So that's something I just kind of want to have as a part of this as well, is just get to document and show or capture parts of my life a bit more to then preserve and kind of honor a bit more, if that makes sense. But yeah, and I just been feeling inspired by how people interact with one another and human behavior, how they interact with their environment. I think it is such a beautiful thing that can go past someone's mind of noticing, and I just really appreciate and value what people do. It's it's such a little and silly thing, honestly, but I just feel grateful to experience all these different amazing cool things with the people I love, and hearing and seeing what the people I love get to do and experience. And yeah, I think it would be fun to do some little video diaries and other fun projects that kind of capture everything I've been saying and rambling on about. So if you have been staying through this whole video and listening to me talk, thank you so much. I really appreciate that, because I know I can just go on and on and on, and without having another person to converse to, but really it be myself to this camera right now. It's a little bit harder to stop myself from rambling. So thank you for staying through it, and hopefully it is coherent enough for listeners out there. But yeah, if you have any questions or anything you want to share, feel free to comment that below. Or if you just want to message me privately, personally, feel free to do so if you know me. And yeah, I'm excited to see where this goes, what I make, and what grows from it, and how I grow from it. But thank you again. I really do appreciate it if you have stayed through and even checked out parts of this video. And I promise there will be more exciting things that will be on here, and not just me talking about myself. Maybe. We'll see. Okay.